like everybody. Everyone feels like it's weird how everyone feels that way.
Nobody uploads accidental animal video deaths. It's always somebody intentionally killing.
Psycho with like hedge clippers or something.
Fire or duct tape or.
This is a very dark hour.
Yeah, well, this is generally how we started.
Well, we were saying earlier before we recorded, we were talking about this isn't this was relevant maybe weeks ago, but I think it's still relevant.
I think.
But the fact that when people die, like when internet personalities die, people there's a bunch of people rush to make a video of them crying.
Oh my god!
Talking about
with ads enabled,
right? With ads,
that's a dead giveaway.
And we were saying like, who if we all died, like if I crashed my Jeep and we all died,
wait,
who would be the first to immediately upload a video maybe that we know and cry about you?
Jeff, I already know what people will draw of you. I think it'd be you in heaven looking down and Tankman saluting you. That's exactly what it would fucking be.
Yeah. And you would be wearing like your wallop shirt, your wallop, holding a wallop.
Would I have like the lenses and have like the glow around me?
You have your Dunkin' Donuts cup in the
yeah. There's a wallop ahead of Jeff.
Yeah, and when I die. What are people?
Who would cry over you?
You're gonna be in the deepest, darkest part of hell, surrounded by all these pictures of porn.
Yeah, I'm
gonna be around a bunch of naked demon girls.
With wieners.
Like Stamper said, with wieners.
Nice.
I mean, if you and Chris died, I mean, surely a bunch of kids would probably be like, "Wow, I gotta upload a video."
They'd Photoshop my head into like Leo Satan or something.
They'd be like Satan looking down at you,
looking up at me.
Yeah, Corey, go ahead.
Somebody died. Like it wasn't recently, obviously. It was a while ago. Jew Wario,
right?
His actual alias name. I never saw this guy's videos, and people when he died, like the internet. There's one person. There's one person who made a video which was just, like you can just kind of tell that like people kind of soak in the whole like thing.
Yeah.
When, like that Joe guy made a video.
Angry Joe.
Yeah, Angry Joe. He made a video.
And the Jew! I'm so angry. He died.
Yeah, you could no. He had crocodile tears and everything.
Yeah, he was screaming.
He was acting it up like he was starring in his own fucking like role in a movie. But no. He like made the video, and here's the thing: I could understand because the critic or whatever, like Nostalgia Critic, made a video, and he had a lot of shit to say because he did stuff with him. He did tons of movies.
Yeah.
But the only thing Joe said, he's like, I was in the, I remember seeing you in a hotel room. And
he literally said he bumped into him once.
Yeah, he bumped into him once, and he was going to do something. And you know what really happened? And this is my personal opinion. My personal opinion is after he died, he realized the things he could have done with him, and maybe that might have been where the sadness came from. But
I don't think
to
so.
flat out do something like that.
I think he's a sociopath.
If somebody dies, your first instinct is to grab a camera. You're a piece of shit.
Like
chances are,
Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin Williams died. Tobuscus made a video, and he was like, he had fucking makeup blinking down his eyes, mascara looking at his face. And he was like, Robin Williams is dead. He had the ads enabled. He was like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah, when I just made fucking Steve Jobs. Like she records it herself in a fucking cafe with her friend. My hero is dead, and her friend's like, it's pretty fucked up. Huh?
All the people with by the way, I checked Jew Warrior's statistic like a day before, like the day he died, and it was like 1,000 views, and the day after that it was like 10,000.
Would you like to cover exactly what this guy has done with his life?
This guy, like, he wasn't like a piece of shit. He was great, but he was just like all the comments on his videos were like, "You're a faggot." That was the comments on his videos before he died. And the day after was like, he's a hero.
Did he review stuff?
No, exactly.
I'm not even sure what he did.
No, he basically
reviewed Japanese stuff.
And he wore a Wario hat.
I think he found bargains.
A bunch of people on Twitter had like the Wario hat.
I'm not trying to make fun of a dead guy. I'm just trying to.
No, you're not.
He wasn't bad at all.
No, he was harmless. But I knew nothing about him, and I'm not going to ham up something that I don't care about.
This isn't about him.
I'll say this. It wasn't like anyone hated him, but nobody gave a shit about him. Not one fucking soul killed him.
You never heard. You know what You know what I remember thoroughly? I remember my group of friends just knocking at him. This 35-year-old being in a group of like the awesome friends or whatever, part of like the critics thing. Yeah. Knocking on him 24/7. And you know what's fucked up is like one of them was actually like, I think he's probably gonna kill himself first.
Yeah.
To be clear, we're not. Yeah, I just want to say we're not
saying
knocking on him. We're just knocking on the people.
But I'm just explaining.
Who are like exploiting his death.
Yeah. Like I said, by the way, when he died, nobody's comment was like, "Oh, he was such an intimate friend" or whatever. It was always like, I saw him once or I never got to meet him. Because nobody gave a shit when he was alive. And I'm not saying it was warranted or whatever.
Don't say it like
No, I'm saying
You're gonna get so
Let me fucking footnote that. Nobody cared about when he was alive. And I'm not saying it was warranted. I'm saying everybody who pretended to give a shit did not give a shit.
It's one of
it
those
was
things.
fucking cooked up sympathy so people could draw the attention to themselves, so people would feel sorry for you. It's like when you're 10 years old and your grandma you never talked to dies, and you walk into school with your head low. It's like, what happens? Like, oh, my grandma died. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. That's what these people are fucking doing.
Yeah.
You can have sympathy, you can feel sorry for the family, and you can be supportive in that way, but don't play up this fucking bullshit that you actually care about someone more than you do, because that makes you look even more of an asshole when people can see the facade.
Suicide is never fucking good. His circumstances weren't good. But my point is, if you look at his views, if you look at the comments on his video, he was not a popular guy. That's a fact. Everybody gave fucking crocodile tears when he died, so they could turn the attention to themselves, and people could give them empathy. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. You lost somebody you cared about. Especially fucking Angry Joe.
Zach, what would you do if he died and people just made videos of him laughing?
What do you mean, even more fun?
I think we're being cynical here. It's just how it is.
No, look, if you were an actual fan of that guy and he died and you were sad, sweet. You know, I'm really sorry if that's fucked up. Like when Ed Gold died, I think Chris, you and I had a right to be like, that's fucked up. You know, we knew the guy. We were intimate with him. I did make a fucking video masquerading in my face going,
You know what's funny about that?
What?
Not him dying, but I mean, when I made a video called The Story of Ed's World, and it was making fun of him, like, and then he died.
In a friend way.
And then he died, and then everyone in the comments was, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
He fucking died, you piece of shit. And it's like, he's my friend.
So I think that's a distinction. If you care about somebody, like Ron Williams did have a fair share of like people faking it, but a lot of people did care about the guy, so that makes sense.
You care about Rob in the same sense that he was like, he was in your childhood.
That
enable ads on your fucking video.
That's one of those deaths where it's like, okay, I get why people. He was a big influential guy.
Yeah, profiting off someone's death is like the worst thing you can do, and it's evident. When you do something like that, that's just like the most snidely thing you can do.
I just feel like he went into the bathroom and stuck his finger down his throat to make his eyes get teary, and he turned on the camera and was like, Rose,
I just came up with an idea for a website.
Who?
It's a website, right, where it's called like it notifies you a celebrity died, right, but it doesn't tell you which one. And then all of the YouTubers can go to it and be like, oh, they got notifications, and then they can open it in real time as they're filming themselves. And they can cry.
It's like a present.
Yeah, it's like a present. Like, oh my God, you know, Obama died, and they're like,
That's like one of the, and then you'll have your first national Tumblr, Twitter associate day, like your special day that everyone will forget in no time. That's another thing that pisses me off. Like these fucking days that trend on Twitter, and I know it's gay, but like they trend, and you're just like, really? This is a real holiday. This is a day you guys are showing off.
Wait.
Can I give my Zach's advice for the podcast?
Wait 1 sec.
It's really what he said though.
Here you go.
Set your Twitter trends to a different country on Japanese. I don't see a fucking thing, and it's beautiful.
Serious?
I log on, it's like, like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, and it's so good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I used to get stressed out.
How do you do that?
Twitter. You just change. You click. It's right there where the trends are.
I've never done that.
It's so good.
I see like fucking like National Titty Day and Girl Wage Day or whatever.
Yeah, I used to go to Twitter and be like, pray for Selena. I go to like some 13-year-old Justin Bieber fan. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Wait, who cares? But now I go to the Japanese things and I do Google Translate. It's like a fucking a volcano exploded in Japan. Who gives a shit? I'm fine with ignorance.
Well, one of those said like "Death to America."
I'd be totally fine because I wouldn't understand it. They probably all say, they can all say Zach's a piece of shit. Fuck you, Zach, and I wouldn't even know.
No, you wouldn't know that.
Well, you know that thing you just said with the fucking celebrity death notification? That could potentially be a YouTube update. YouTube could like update the biggest YouTubers and be like, celebrity died, go do it, quick!
You hear that, investors? There's a website.
There you go, my idea. Don't steal it.
What were some deaths that bothered you for real? And, you know, just fucking ate it, Chuck.
JFK. The devastating.
Patrice O'Neal, when he died, it really bothered me.
Robin Williams a little bit. I mean, a tiny bit, just because you grow up with him and you see him in all movies.
He was in your childhood movies. Everyone remembers him as the Aladdin. Specifically, most people.
Aladdin? I'm pretty sure.
The genie in Aladdin.
Robin Williams as Aladdin.
As the Aladdin.
You know what I meant, but people remember him as the genie. most people do remember him more for S4 being the genie. I remember him more for like the
Mrs. Doubtfire.
like the classics, like Mrs. Doubtfire and Flubber.
I love that movie.
Flubber.
No, not
Something that
Flubber.
really pissed me off when Robin Williams died. It was like, I don't know what trendy website, but it had a picture of Genie hugging Aladdin.
You're free, Genie, it said, right?
Yeah, that pissed me off so
I
much.
know.
It bothered me because it's like, imagine being Robin Williams doing all these fucking like good you know, Vietnam movie did, Good Will Hunting, all these great,
Exactly.
all these great movies, The Birdcage and whatever. And it's like,
Photo was another really
yeah, and it's like the Genie's only really remembered role. I know he left a mark in one way, so that's kind of good, but it felt a little bit like he did some. I
He
feel a
will
little bit,
always be Jumanji
I
to
feel a
me.
little bit gypped. By the way, did you guys see World's Greatest Dad and World's Best Dad?
Not yet.
Yes, it was a really
was a
good
good
movie.
movie.
It was a really good movie.
It's about suicide too.
Ooh.
Hey, that's a fun topic.
Sound better. Look that up. Nikki, who died? Who was somebody died that bothered you?
Besides old Williams.
A cute boy band member or anybody?
When
Any?
NSYNC broke up, I cried, and that was like a death.
How old were you?
It's like 2.
That's
She
devastating.
wept and her mom was like, they're part and she wept.
What about you, Zach?
When a person died, we're like,
Yeah.
you cried?
Yeah.
Maybe crying.
Well, if you really want to know, do you want to know?
No.
Call us and see when he killed himself. I wept and started punching the wall.
Just punched it.
Why do the good die young? That's what I said.
He's still alive. He's still making those funny YouTube videos.
He's dead to me. Yeah, those green screen, this green screen videos where he's like a fucking anorexic crack addict. He's like, hey man, how's it going? And he has like this shitty slow transition effect. Anyways,
Here's a question.
say that.
I'll just say like Chris and Zach and Corey too. If any one of you died, would any of you put up a video like eulogizing the other? Like you don't have to be crying, but would you?
If Zach died, I would make a video.
Would you
If Corey
animate?
died?
Okay, if any of you guys died, I would make a video. The thumbnail would be a girl showing her titties so I could get lots of money. But I would be sad in the video.
Wait,
I'm really upset.
Jeff
Wait,
died.
Matt.
I'll miss him.
If you died, let's say you died in like on the Sleepy Cabin website or the subreddit or something. Everybody's like, all the kids are like, oh shit, Chris died or Zach died.
Yeah.
What kind of cringe thing do you think they'd post that you wish you could just come back from the dead and just delete? Like,
Like, here's an
might
old
be
picture
kids
of
in
him
the
when he was
bedrooms.
16, fat and ugly.
What?
something
they dig
something
up
you've done,
anything
something
with
you
you.
made, something.
They would dig up
Oh, I see what you
anything.
mean.
Yeah.
Got any of my videos. Any of them, they're all
Anime videos? 100%. You just want to be wiped from history.
Yeah.
You want me to
I
bring
love
out
my
like
braids being splattered going like cartoons.
Alright.
It's all one package. Here we go.
Yeah.
Jeff, if you died, I'd upload a video of me eating a crunchy pickle for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that video
Could you
would
do
end.
that?
The
yeah.
video would end. It was called
Jeff.
Rip Jeff.
Just don't even call it like Rip Jeff. They call it like eating a pickle, and then at the very end just say like
Dude,
Rip
Jeff
Jeff.
died also and finish it. The end.
If Jeff died
By the way, Jeff is dead.
Yeah.
in the
I
video,
break it to you
in
guys.
the video, I would also plug Carlos Mencia's YouTube as well. In the video.
Don't forget to check out my friend
I would have like
He needs
40
all the subs he
annotations
can get.
on Jeff specifically, and then I would play like all the Tankman parodies in like.
Fuck you, Corey.
If you died,
The video would be like,
if you died, I'd play.
I'm sorry.
Jeff, I would draw the Hackman hugging you saying, you're free,
Yeah.
Jeff, you're free, Steve.
I would have
First
a
time ever.
Photoshop, like one of those Photoshops where the heads are clearly forward. I'd have it like bending backwards, so your head's there, and then another take.
I would have an angel walking hand in hand with you, Jeff, your head looking back, looking at the camera.
If Jeff died, I'd talk
I'm gonna
about
remember
how
this.
good his animation with the Pokemon tuber
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And I'd
so mad about
highlight
that.
some of the comments on there that talk about whoever made this, I hope they fucking die.
love comments on those kinds of videos.
Cancer.
I've never, I could never make anything more polarizing than that video. It's like perfectly 50-50 across the board.
Yeah.
People
The
who
Pokemon one?
thought it was funny and people that hate my guts for it.
The Pokemon one?
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
Because I don't watch Pokemon. I don't know shit about Pokemon.
That's the best parodies.
So
That's
I'm like-
you know what I realized? I realized like one of the best parodies, like people who make parodies are the ones that don't know anything about it. So they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna make some bullshit, and then it's like you look at it, and then you look at it, and you realize, well, it's actually somewhat close, but completely not at all.
I want it to be kind of relevant. I mean, I thought it would be. I was watching a lot of Discovery and Learning Channel at the time with all their fucked up shows, so that's what it was based on. It wasn't based on making fun of a dead kid. Okay.
It was.
It wasn't based on making fun of kids with cancer and tumors on their head.
You specifically triggered a recent kid who died.
Oh, fuck off, everybody.
The little kid was like, oh, Father, I have the will to live. He went on YouTube and typed in cancer and saw that video and he died.
You think it's funny a kid with, like,
First video triggered.
You have blood in your hands.
This kid is a brain tumor grew so big he thinks like his neighbor's horse is a Pokemon. I think they're like, that's funny.
It is. Okay, so
That's humor, right?
Yeah, let's talk about how you can fit a pineapple in your
Anyways,
vagina.
yeah.
Why is
Are you
that
gonna do it
wrong?
live
It's
on
what
the
it says
podcast?
here.
You guys want to talk about my fruit bowl?
It's what it says here on the notes.
barbs, like, because pineapples have barbs on their quills, on their
Yeah,
stomach.
but she's got a meaty pussy, so it's fine.
Barbs?
Yeah.
I mean, the little just spikes on
Her
them?
vagina can take the impact.
Yeah, it's protection.
She's got a
got a
gray,
head.
leathery fucking horse pussy.
You know, the girls have like this rape prevention thing. It's like something you put in your vagina.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It has like
it's a barb.
spikes
Yeah.
in
I think
it.
that's a bad
Oh, really?
invention, personally.
Yeah, I think it's like an
best
What are you gonna do now,
so-
Jeff?
What do you think?
How do you
I don't
get your
know.
blocks up now, Jeff?
Well, I'm gonna have to adjust my plans tonight.
How do you
Jeff,
adjust your weekend plans?
Jeff, you're gonna find that perfect girl, and then you're gonna like bang the fuck out of her hardcore. Little did you know she had the rape trap in her pussy the whole time, and then she was like, see, this is true love. True love would get through the rape like fuck thing. Little did you know that
What
you
if-
have to go to the doctor.
What if
that.
rapists though had a little device on their dick, like an EMP, that disabled their rape prevention?
Look, you shot a little miniature nuclear pussy and exploded.
Like you put it in their pussy, it goes.
It's just such a bad invention because it's like, for one, yes, it's a good invention because it stops rape. However, it's a bad invention because what if people don't use it specifically for rape? What if they use it to entrap people or do stuff to get back at
you
someone?
could just put it in out for a guy to have sex with you regularly.
You're basically putting a bear trap in your pussy. So it's like, in regards, if you want to get back at somebody, instead of like cutting off
Well,
his dick,
you could hypothetically engage a guy like mutual sex and just do that and say he tried to rape you.
Yeah,
yeah,
Nikki.
exactly.
It just doesn't sound clean. I wouldn't
Yeah,
want that in my
Nikki.
vagina.
Who said around? Who was sitting around the bottom of that? We'll put a barbed fucking
Same
bitch
people
into
who
his pussy.
same people who create those fucking urethra balls to stick into your dick hole.
Come again?
What?
Figure it out.
What?
What are you putting in your dick, Corey?
There's urethra balls. They're like
Those are aerosol pellets, Corey. Those are not good for your dick hole.
Have you guys ever watched the video of guys, they try to put nails in their dick holes like a
Oh,
gummy worm?
I did.
Gummy
Jeff,
worm.
you know you love those videos. You
Oh,
watch
yeah,
them
you
every night
got
before
me.
you go to bed.
Better clear my search history.
All right.
Yeah.
We're getting into some juicy topics that are making me horny. You guys know when you drink it up, you drink the bubble, you get drunk. Does anyone have any interesting drunk stories? Because I mean, people drink here.
Oh, we could talk about you trying to make bacon the other night.
Yeah, Corey, you fucking goon.
You idiot.
Corey,
I made it.
drink a bunch of alcohol.
You know what Corey was doing?
We walked.
Corey was walking around saying, "I'm the baconator."
I never said that. That sounds like something a
Corey
crazy
said
person would say.
bacon, more bacon.
Wait, start from the beginning. He made us walk to Wawa to buy bacon.
forced
You
us
bought
to-
a whole bag of shit that you weren't gonna eat. You
I
fucking
ate it all.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
You fat bastard.
Nikki, tell everybody what Corey bought at Wawa.
Corey bought bacon.
You with your
That was the
photographic
first-
memory, bring it all
I was
back.
watching him the entire time. I had to watch out for my friend Corey. He was a little bit drunk. He was a little bit wobbly. He fell over.
I
later
want
that
to
night.
eat
We'll
some
get to that
bacon.
part.
I haven't had bacon in what? Ever?
2 days ago.
As soon as you walked into that Wawa, I saw your eyes light up. You saw that bacon.
Is that true?
I saw your tongue go out. You
I
licked
saw
your
the salty
lips.
crackers and then I
You
saw
got a little
bacon.
bit sweaty. You're like, bacon tonight. So you grab that. Then you grab some soup. 1 cup of noodle. What was it? Cup of noodles, chicken noodle soup.
It
You
broke,
grabbed
by the way.
a huge box of crackers just for that chicken noodle
It
soup.
was one case for $5. This is a steal.
And you also got a cup of cheese and I think salami
Pepperonis,
and
yeah.
more crackers
It
than
was a
that.
snack, yeah.
I think you got
There was candy too. And also, a whole bag of
It was
chips.
some epic snacking that night.
So all the way back, what happened to
That's what happens when you drink.
What happened on the way back?
happened on the way back?
Corey, tell us what happened.
Well, I didn't have my footing properly because I was intoxicated and I fell down a hill and almost was impaled on a fence.
Yes.
Corey, why do you always want to run full speed when you drink? That's another
He
thing.
looked me right in the eyes and I got scared. He said, "I'm Sonic the Hedgehog." He's still running.
No, you're gonna fucking say that! I was gonna say Naruto! I was gonna say fucking Sonic! Because they run this. Fuck you! I never wanted to run like Sonic.
They run the same. You're trying to make your legs
You run
like that
fucking Dr. Eggman. Game 1.
Can you heard of spin dash?
Yes.
No, we can't.
Yes, he can.
Oh, you're fucking you guys in your anime.
Turn into a log.
Yeah, but can Sonic do hand signals?
Yes, probably.
Well, then I guess we're fine.
You know what Trunks can do here?
Anyways, Corey fell down a fucking hill and walked back. Corey looked at us and he was like, we're like bacon. And then you were like,
and you fell off the hill.
I never said that. I was actually laughing because the defense mechanism I have that most retards have is they laugh a lot. Like they go to a point where they're hyperventilating because they almost died. Have you ever watched Jackass? Like you ever
what a fucking segue, Corey.
No, it's still the same sort. What's the dude? He's like famous now.
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville. He's like one of the famous members.
Did one of those guys die?
Yeah.
Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, Ryan.
Well,
Ryan Dunn, history.
Did you cry, Chris?
I was sad.
He
I was
was
at that.
The dude fucking slammed his car into
Yeah,
a
I
tree. He
know,
was a
but
wasted driver.
yeah,
It's his
but I
fault.
grew up watching Jackass, and Ryan Dunn was my favorite.
His dad was sad, but it's his fucking fault.
I know, obviously.
you need a killer
Yeah.
beard.
But anyways,
That doesn't matter. I was still sad.
anyways, like I'm like he. So he would do something that was really terrifying that he would be scared of. He would laugh though. Yeah, like he laughs. Like if he's gonna get hit really hard, he starts like freaking out and laughing.
Yeah.
If he gets pelted by something, like when somebody drops something on his balls and stuff, he starts laughing. And if he's about to be attacked by a bull, he just starts laughing. And it's like some people do that. Like I remember I used to jump with my friend on the trampoline and we would like punch each other and push each other off. And when we were about to fall off, we'd all like laugh because it's like a defense thing. I don't know. It's weird. There's probably like some reason for it, but so I would laugh when I was about to die.
So back to the bacon.
I see.
Yeah, when Corey was falling, Zach and I were just staring at him.
Yeah,
Every time I thought you were going to stop.
You were open.
You were going to
You were
recover.
fucking. I saw you licking your lip.
Corey, you were in the kitchen. You were saying, "Add bacon strips.
Add bacon strips.
When Corey was falling, every time you tried to recover, he started to fall more, and then you lost a shoe, and then that's when we're like, uh-oh. There's the fence.
There we go.
There's the spike. There's his head. Your brain was going to lean right on it.
When Super Saiyan flew up to us again. But then we came to our house. He was like, "You guys have any like spraying stuff to spray the pan down?" You didn't find any, did you?
No.
He just fucking cooked the
spat
bacon.
on it.
He did it dry. He cooked the bacon dry, and it fucking almost caused a house fire.
I was gonna use butter. And some other. You don't have anything. You don't have any condiments. You're gonna use fucking mustard.
Corey, you filled up the house with smoke, and everyone started coughing. We almost died. Remember?
But it like now smokes cigarettes. So you should be used
He
to
does.
Yeah, we don't though.
First of all, I was drunk. Second of all, I made the bacon.
Second of all, first of all, you shared it, and that was nice.
Yeah.
I had a few bacon strips.
But the problem is like it's like a small kitchen in a room, so it's like the smoke is gonna build up. I didn't know to open the window because I was
The
drunk.
window was right next to you.
I was
Have
drunk.
you played the fucking Sims, Corey? If you put someone in a closed space and light a fire, they die, you idiot.
Actually, when you first cook for the first time, because I did play The Sims, and you don't put an alarm, you're always supposed to put a fire alarm. The first time they cook, they will always cause
Corey,
fire.
did you know in The Sims you can do the cheat where you make a firework go up in the air, and the second it hits the ring, you pause the game, you pick up the explosion with the cheat, and you put it on your sim, and you kill him.
I used to just make houses and like put a bunch of Sims in a corner and put furniture there and catch them on fire.
What about you, bro?
Yeah. They just pee themselves until the fire eventually got to them.
I have a question for Corey.
Yeah.
This I'll come back to the drunk thing in a minute, but why don't you cover your Civilization 5 story?
Yes, this is funny. Can I introduce it? Corey can take it away.
Go ahead.
We went to New York, as we said the last a couple podcasts ago. I don't know what fucking episode this is going to be, but Chris and I went to New York with Corey and Niall went there too, to John's house, and I was trying to get all these guys into Civ 5 to kind of play it. It's a fun little game, and you can make religions in the game. And Corey had a lot of cultural and religious points. Corey, explain what you fucking did, you hooligan.
So I like bogarted all the religious points, and I took the opportunity to make the religion of autism, and
Japanese autism.
yeah, Japanese autism. So you know it's bad. And like John was busy making his own like he was
putting a fucking mine in the
he was in the fucking
whatever.
Persian desert making like gold mines and stuff. Zach was out actually playing the game and making like the landmarks and making America, and I was busy spreading autism. And it hit John, because I went offline because I was having problems with Civ, and I'm just like, I can't deal with this shit. So I went offline, and the AI took over, and the AI lost its fucking mind. It just went straight to John.
You were fucking haywire, dude.
And like it got like the cavalry and just went straight to him and gave him like autism.
Dude, all John City's got autism. John freaked out and tried to he sailed like halfway across the world and set him on a little tiny island, completely isolated. And like within one turn, caught autism. And I made the religion of American vaccinations to combat the autism, but the Japanese autism overwhelmed me. I couldn't deal with it.
Ultimately leading to Zach and John having a big war battle.
With Japanese.
And then nothing, and just everyone died. Everything exploded. Yeah.
Didn't you make another religion after that? Was there something?
Yeah, the other one, I made another game, and I called it Down Syndrome this time. And the difference was, it wasn't so much that I was spreading it, is that I was getting people left and right calling me up, being like, hey, give me some of that Down syndrome.
No, give me the Down syndrome. The Polynesians with the Down syndrome, dude. The French were looking up from across the ocean like, dude, we see that Down syndrome, it's pretty tasty.
Yeah, no, he was like,
our people want to worship your Down syndrome.
That skinny motherfucker was asking me for salt and Down syndrome the whole time. And eventually I was like, no, motherfucker, and I got, who was the emperor guy, the Egyptian guy?
Oh, Ramses?
Yeah, I got me and Ramses teamed up and we fucking killed his ass. And then Ramses was asking me for citrus and like Down syndrome, and I'm like, not you too, motherfucker. But then like all these other people were found, and they were like, hey, you have Down syndrome? And eventually it started spreading.
Why do they want the religion?
People were walking like, dude, I heard you got Down syndrome? Is that right? You're like, yeah, that's true.
Why do
the numbers are right? Here you
Zach,
go.
why do the people in the game want the religion / Down syndrome?
Because if you have a really powerful religion, it starts affecting their places, and you can make little like priests and stuff into
religion also helps.
So
like,
culture does too. So you can like really
it benefits.
Culture.
Okay.
Yeah,
really
people want
beneficial.
you to give a really powerful culture and religion.
Okay.
So I was like I was like the big caravan of like Down syndrome.
He was the Dutch.
So if his autism was small in number, no one wanted it?
No, like my vaccinations would have outnumbered his autism. People would have chosen my vaccinations.
Okay.
Nobody wanted it.
You're too late, Zach.
You're too late for the vaccinations and the autism.
Goodness.
See, that's why Civ 5 is a fun game.
It is a fun game.
It's only fun because you made it autistic and Down syndrome.
Exactly!
No, it's
That's what you
fun,
do!
man.
It's like...
I'm kidding, I know it's fun.
It's one of those few games that I can actually play for like hours on end. I can't really do it with games.
There was one game, there was this one Indian guy who was asking me for like 16 resources, and I'm like, dude, fuck
Was it
you.
Gandhi?
I don't know. He was asking me for like cotton, he was asking me for the foxes, he was asking me for like my stone, my iron, and I'm like, dude, I know you're like dying in like the Antarctic, but I'm not giving you any fucking stuff.
We'll wrap this up because I know people probably don't give a shit about this game, but it's a fun game because you can like makes you think like a fucking maniac. Like one guy, who was it? It was like it was the Dutch were like developing their own nukes, and I had my own. I was like, you can't fucking do it. I nuked the man out of like self-defense.
You said you...
I nuked the man. I was like, fuck, he can't get nukes because that means two of us have nukes. Fuck you.
Yeah, like you upgraded your thing. You had like nukes, and they still had like cavemen with sticks, and fucking took them out before they.
All he was doing is developing like a peaceful nuclear program. I was like, fuck you, dude. You can't get them too.
That's the thing.
If you hypothetically want to shoot me with them,
it's like that's another thing too. Like if they're like building better things, like they're building pyramids and they're building.
Makes
like,
you fucking paranoid.
Yeah, you're like, fuck these guys. They're advancing too quickly. You fucking learn self-destruct and blow them up before they can do anything. Just like the real world. Anyways.
We're in the time.
So that was fun. And we have a special guest. We should be having her more or less. Do you have any funny drunk stories? Because apparently, I guess I was the focal point for the drunk story.
Oh, did we even finish that?
We wrapped it up. Yeah, basically Corey got drunk.
I burned down the house, and here we are in house 2.
And he fucking spilled beer all
We'll
his pants.
include the audio of Corey burning down the house.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, pull it out.
People thought like
Insert it here.
People thought I would apparently like wipe my ass for the first time, which is very funny, by the way. What actually happened was I spilled beer all over myself, and the joke was, look at me, I peed my pants. But I guess nobody noticed that because I had toilet paper down there.
Yeah, I think
Put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, no, I posted that photo. That was a good one. And then you're showing your big guns
gross.
too. Your lefty and your righty.
Did we? Okay, so if we're talking drunk stories, have we all talked about the drunkest we've ever been?
Wait a minute, Nikki, what about you? Go.
No, have we?
Drunkest I've ever been?
I think a little bit. I went to because I talked about. We definitely talked about it.
Talk about your worst, like drunk, like your best drunk. Have you ever had like a really weird drunk experience? Drunk story?
Yes. When I was under 21, I was at a house party. with 2 friends who were very drunk and on a lot of drugs. And then we went. We didn't have a lot of money, so we paid for a taxi and went to a bus terminal. And we missed the last bus leaving the terminal, and we decided to walk to my house because we were under 21.
How far away was it from your house?
It was a 4-hour walk.